Hello there, my name is Kane Williams and I'm the Recreation Program Coordinator for the town of Innisfail. I was the one who submitted the grant proposal for the Community Sport Innovation Challenge with Make a Diff Sports, so I'm also going to be the one who's following up on it. I was a big part of this project, but certainly not the only part of it. So I'm going to take a little bit of an opportunity here to show you who we are, what we did, and where we plan to be going from here. Program was one that, we had a wall. That was the start of it. We had a wall and we had some interest. We had people coming to us throughout the town saying, why is it that we can't use this climbing wall? Because the Innisfail Middle School gym has a 36-foot high wall with bouldering sections as well that can run as many as 4 lines off of the top of it. And it was something that we hadn't been able to open up. We had an existing joint use agreement with the Innisfail Middle School, and we had used it for many other programs, but there was always this big, beautiful wall on the far end of the gym that we hadn't had access to before. So you hear that enough times, and you think, well, why don't we open that up to people? And there are a number of hurdles. You have to make sure that you do it the right way. You want a program to be successful, and you want it to be something that's open to a lot of people. So looking at it, I knew that we were going to have to maintain both of those. Also, we had goals set for the program. We wanted it to be low cost, which meant that, that there wasn't going to be a big upfront charge for anybody who wanted to join in. We wanted it to be highly accessible. We wanted it to be ready for anybody who wanted to give it a try within their meal. We also wanted it to be safe with climbing and other higher, action sports. You always want to make sure that you are doing your due diligence and that it is safe for the participants. Otherwise, you don't have a program for very long. And we wanted it to be fun. We wanted it to be something that was the right challenge for a wide variety of people. We wanted it to be something that was going to appeal to the basic, somebody who's just really starting out and wanted to give it a try, but also be something where if you had, some skill and you had some ability, that you were going to be able to be part of it as well. So we embarked on this journey, and one of the first things that we saw was that we were going to need a little bit of money behind us. So we had people from all over the community, but where it really resonated was with the children. Especially the ones that were a part of the Boys and Girls Club. They brought their parents, they brought their siblings, they brought the passion, they brought the fun. So really we had a huge connection with the Boys and Girls Club to get this off of the ground.
So I'm here with Chanel and Maddie. Hey girls. And you guys are both part of the Boys and Girls Club here in Innisfail, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are awesome because you were some of my first climbers, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah, Chanel actually stepped up before anybody else did. I don't think we had anyone else through the door before we had Chanel there. So that was pretty awesome. So you guys came climbing with us. Was it one or how many nights did you come?
I think it was 2 nights.
Yeah? Yeah, and you guys came as part of the Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome because we had, probably like 20 people out that night. It was a great one. All right, so I'm here with Jared. Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
Good. All right, so you were part of our climbing program that we had going on earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're a pretty awesome climber, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm here with the boys. I'm here with James. I'm here with Anton. All right, so you guys both came climbing with us this year?
Yeah.
Right on, and you guys have a history of climbing?
Yeah. You have more than me.
But you guys have both gone climbing before, and you got a chance to do it again when we were doing the climbing program, right?
Yeah.
Another quality piece that we were able to secure, which was also a local success, was our climbing instructor. Cody Paver is a teacher at the middle school, and he is the one who runs the climbing program for the middle school. He has a huge passion for it, and we were able to make sure that he was there to help us really get our program off the ground and get it going with great games, great connection with the students, a good lesson plan, and we were able to make sure that he was compensated for his time because of the Make a Diff grant. To give you some idea of the structure of the program, we ran this as a drop-in program. on a regular basis throughout the winter and spring into the summer of 2018. Initially, we wanted to build up interest and we didn't have all of our gear in place, so we ran a bouldering program. The great part about this is that very, very many people can come in and try bouldering. It is climbing, but without all of the equipment. You only go up to a certain height. You can still challenge yourself with very, difficult to you routes. And it's something that you can have a lot of fun with, as you'll see in our video. The next step in our program was actually having a climbing time. So once we had gone through and we developed the program the way that we saw that it should be, we came back and we allowed people to get started with the bouldering, but to be able to progress up the wall. As you can see from these photos and these videos, everybody had a lot of fun doing it. And this was really the goal that we had, was to give as many people as possible a chance to put on the gear, to get to the wall, to understand how to do this safely, and then to climb and challenge themselves and push themselves to the top of the wall to give themselves an opportunity to really attain a goal.
What's your favorite part about climbing?
I don't know. Just like being on the walls.
Yeah. Is it a bit of a rush sort of thing, or? Yeah. And you're pretty awesome at it too, because you know how to set up a harness, you know how to tie the ropes and that sort of thing, right? So what I saw from you was it was really awesome. You and your sister were working together not only to belay each other, but also to show other people kind of how to do it, right? So, what did you guys enjoy about climbing?
I really liked how it was really, it wasn't that hard to do some things, and it was so you wouldn't be able to you'd be really tired after. I like that.
Maddie, you were part of the climbing club?
Last year.
Last year? So you got a chance to climb again this year then with the climbing? All right, and what do you like about it?
Like she said, it's like they have some really easy paths on the climbing wall, and it's super fun. And you get to learn all the climbing skills and all that stuff.
What is the best part about climbing?
The climbing?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I think it's the roads. I like the roads of it. Probably my favorite part is when you go on the harness and whenever you get to pull people up and down, it's fun. And then also whenever people have to carry you on the thing, and whenever you fall, you just peg. It's yeah.
Now, when we started out, we wanted to offer this to as many different age groups as we could. We had nights for preteens, we had nights for teens, we had nights for young adults, we had nights for adults only. But what we really found was that there was a very specific core group, and it was that 10 to 15-year-old age group. And those were the ones that really, if you let them know that it's happening, or if you let the parents know, they are absolutely going to be there. And the great thing, again, about that group is usually they're a big part of their family. They get to decide a little bit about what they're going to be doing on that evening. And when they talk to their parents usually listen. So we had an awesome mix. We not only had those, champions of climbing, we also had their brothers and their sisters, younger usually, and we also had their parents. One of the most important outcomes that is sometimes difficult to measure, but at the same time is the most important in my mind, is the personal outcomes. When somebody gets to come in, what are they expecting from a program? Are they having fun? Were they able to challenge themselves? Do they get a sense of accomplishment? And one of the best ways to understand this is by actually talking to people.
What is the toughest route you've ever taken climbing? Snow White, hey? What's so tough about Snow White? It's her and the Seven Dwarfs. It's no big deal.
Yeah, a 7-foot stretch. Exactly. Yeah. I tried to
So when you say 7-foot stretch, that's something you got to jump for?
It's a little bit of exaggeration, but yes.
Did you make it?
Yes.
No problem?
On the third try.
What does climbing mean to you? What's most important about climbing for you?
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Are you going to keep doing it for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you can. Would you ever, do you think you'd ever go outside and start climbing, like rock climbing?
Oh yeah, probably.
Really? That's awesome. One of the questions I feel we need to go over when we're discussing how the project went is, what did it look like from what you started with to what you ended with? And while we really wanted to leave it open and we wanted to make it as accessible as possible for many age groups, you also need to find a path to success. And the way that we found the path to success was engaging with young or with youth, with the 10 to 15 age group, which was really our strong suit, and then branching out from there. So that was one of the outcomes that we found, is we had very strong attendance with that age group. In the future, we're going to continue this program, and we are going to find ways to reach other age groups, whether that's the older teenage age group by giving them, who knows, maybe more of a challenge, maybe a specific time that's just for them, for communicating it in the right way. But it's not limited to them. We want to make sure that adults feel like that they can come and be a part of this. I know that when parents come, usually it's as a spectator. And we started to crack through that expectation a little bit later on in the program, after we'd been through a few of them. And you invite parents up and you say, hey, would you like to give this a try? Because we have all the gear here for you. You're here right now, and maybe this is something that's interesting to you. Climbing by its nature is a little bit of a different activity than your standard recreation program.
Don't get
It's
caught, don't
not
get
a
out
team
there!
sport, but you're not alone. It's a solo sport, but you have the support of others. You can use coaching, you can get tips from other people, you can share tips, and really it becomes its own community. We saw this with people wanting to come in and give back to the sport, whether they were an adult, whether they were part of the climbing program at the middle school, whether they just wanted to really be a part of it. So, in closing, we'd like to say thanks. We think this is going to be an amazing opportunity to offer the town of Innisfail a program that wasn't otherwise available to as many people as we can make it available to, which is in large part thanks to this grant. We can continue the work because of the Grassroots Community Sport Innovation Challenge grant. It's going to make a large difference in what we're able to offer, both now and into the future. So thank you on behalf of the town of Innisfail.
There you go. Whoa. SWAT team. Ready? Big push. One more big push. Hey,